Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of HCAM Sports Talk. I'm your host, Tom Nappy. On today's edition of HCAM Sports Talk, we are going to take a look at some of the happenings during the fall season for the Hopkinton Hillers. Plus, we have much more coming up. We have some great highlights, some great interviews, and of course, we'll take a look at 6 terrific athletes that recently signed their letters of intent. But first, we're going to talk some NFL football, and we'll get our picks out there on the show. Unfortunately, the guys couldn't join me this week, but I have a couple of their picks, so we'll certainly go through those. But first, we'll let you know where everyone stands in our NFL season picks. It was a very interesting week 13. So how about we take a look at how everybody did last week? And we all really had a pretty good week. And there was a lot of winning by everybody. So especially one person who you're going to see in a moment. But here it is. Here is the results from week 13 of the NFL season. We all went perfect for the Thanksgiving Day games. Detroit, Dallas, Green Bay. We all picked them. They all won. Kansas City played on Friday. They just beat the Raiders. What a game that was. A lot of action in that one. Heartbreaking loss for the Raiders, who looked like they were going to win it in the end. And there's the Sunday results. I did pretty good on the 1 p.m. games. I went 6-1 throughout those 7 games. Jared went 5-2. But look at right in the middle here. Andy 7-0 during the 1 p.m. games. And guess what? He was 4-0 throughout those first 4 games too. And then you'll look down here at the 4 p.m. games and the night games. He went 3-0, 1-0. He joins me in the undefeated club. He went 16-0. The second person here who does the picks with this show to go undefeated during a week. It is not easy to do. So congratulations to Andy. And if you look at our overall standings, you see me in first place at 132-62, but Andy moves up into second place at 129-65. He's only 3 games out. Jared, who's been in second place for the last few weeks, moves down to third at 127-67. He's 5 games behind me, 2 games behind Andy. And then you got Steve, who's also right there, 126-68. He's 6 games out. And Mike thought, because he went 14-2 this week, that maybe he had a chance to win the week. Unfortunately, he didn't, because we all had a pretty good week. But he is 118-76. But he did pick up a couple games to get back in there a little bit. He's still 14 games out, so he has some work to do. But plenty of games left, Mike. Plenty of games left. So you certainly have a chance to get right back in the race. But we're going to go through the games in week 14 real quick, and I'll get you our picks. Let's start it off with Thursday night football. Green Bay at Detroit. This is a clash of 2 of the best teams in the league. 2 Super Bowl contenders, I would say. Very tough game to pick. I'm still flipping the coin as we speak. And keep in mind, folks, my pick is subject to change anytime before kickoff, as anyone else on the show could do as well. And sometimes, you'll hear about an injury, or you'll get some new information that would make you want to change your pick. And sometimes we do. It's rare, but so these picks are mostly going to be the picks that we go with, but some of them may change. So just be aware of that. But Jared and Andy are going with Detroit. I'm going with Green Bay for the upset. I just think this game could go either way. It really could. There's no wrong pick here. It could go either way. I could definitely picture Detroit winning this. They certainly have the advantage because they're at home. But I don't know. I just got a feeling about Green Bay, so I went Green Bay. All right, moving to the Sunday 1 o'clock games. Jets at Miami. The Jets, they just can't find a way to win. They've been somewhat competitive the last couple of weeks, but just can't find a way to win. We are Miami across the board. Me, Jared, and Andy are going Miami. I haven't gotten Steve and Mike's picks yet, but you'll be able to check those out on our website, hcam.tv. We post the picks every week. Usually it's Saturday night or Sunday morning. We'll have those picks up there for you. Miami across the board for me, Jared, and Andy on the Jets at Miami. Atlanta at Minnesota. We're going Minnesota across the board. Atlanta, another team. They hang in there, and then they lose. Minnesota, they haven't been playing great, but they are still a really good team. They're at home, so I think they picked themselves up this week, as do Jared and Andy, and get the win. New Orleans at the New York Giants. Well, considering the Giants can't find a quarterback at all, they couldn't even beat Dallas. We are Saints across the board on this one. So New Orleans across the board for me, Jared and Andy. Carolina at Philly. Carolina, they almost beat the Bucks last week. Keyword almost. They took a 3-point lead with 34 seconds left, I think it was. And then Tampa ends up tying it with a field goal. A couple great passes by Baker Mayfield to put Tampa around midfield. And then they have a big play to put them around the 30. They kick the field goal, send it to overtime, and then take the win in overtime. Absolute craziness. Carolina, they're just a losing franchise. We are Philly across the board here. So mark that one down. Carolina, oh, they almost had it, but tough loss for the Panthers. Cleveland at Pittsburgh. Another tough game to pick. Cleveland, they've been playing a lot better recently, and they had a tremendous game on Monday Night Football against the Denver Broncos last week. What a battle that was. It was back and forth. If you had the over, you had a good night. A lot of points were scored. But Cleveland, another team that can't find a way to win. And Pittsburgh, they've been white hot lately. Russell Wilson playing some great football. Uh, Two things that both quarterbacks in this game have in common: Jameis Winston for Cleveland and Russell Wilson for Pittsburgh. They both threw for over 400 yards this week. So this game should be an absolute battle, perhaps another scoring fest. But we are Pittsburgh across the board in the Browns at the Steelers. Las Vegas Raiders at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Raiders, another team that just can't find a way to win. They had every chance to beat the Chiefs and get a great upset last Friday, and they blew it. So we are going Tampa across the board because they are a team that can find ways to win, and they're at home. So the Bucks across the board for me, Jared, and Andy. Jacksonville at Tennessee. Jacksonville, they're having all kinds of problems right now. They have all kinds of injuries. Their quarterback just got knocked out, took a bad hit last week. So we are going Tennessee across the board, although the Titans not a very good football team either. But they're the home team. So, I think in these games where you got two bad teams, I think sometimes it's just best to go with the home team. All right, moving to the 4 o'clock game, Seattle at Arizona. I was very indecisive here. Both of these teams are very mediocre. They both get some wins in some good situations. They both get some losses in some bad situations. Jared and Andy are going with Seattle. I'm going to be the odd man out. I'm taking Arizona here. They're at home. I feel like their offense has been a little bit better than Seattle. Not really last week and the week before, not a great example of that. But I think since Arizona is at home, it'll give them a little bit of a boost and they'll be able to take the win here. Buffalo at the Rams. The Rams, they've been playing some great football, and that NFC West is very wild because the 49ers, they have fallen off. They've had all kinds of injuries. Meanwhile, the Seahawks and Cardinals are still right in there, and the Rams, they are also right in there. And they got a very big win against the Saints last week in another game that was really a fun game to watch. But I don't think they're going to take it here. Buffalo, they might be playing better than anybody in the league right now. So we are Bills across the board and the Bills at the Rams. All right, Chicago at San Francisco 49ers. Two teams that have really, really struggled. Andy's going with the 49ers. The 49ers are having all kinds of problems producing any type of offense. And Jared agrees. That's why me and Jared took Chicago in this game. All right, Sunday Night Football, LA Chargers at the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs, they just always find ways to win. It's unbelievable. I give the Chargers a chance here, and I was considering taking them, but I just can't doubt the Chiefs at home. I feel like they'll just find a way to win, as they always do at home. So me, Jared, and Andy went with the Chiefs. Monday Night Football, not a great Monday night game. Cincinnati Bengals at the Dallas Cowboys. Now, Cincinnati, I mean, they've been great the last few years, but and Joe Burrow's playing great football. And I just can't believe that they have such a losing record. I think they're 3-10, something like that. It's not good. They're not going to make the playoffs. But Burrow, he's put up some of the best stats in the league. So it's really weird to see a team with such good quarterback play struggle so much. But they're playing against the Cowboys, the lowly Dallas Cowboys. I think the Bengals have too much weaponry here. Jared agrees with me. Me and him went with the Bengals. Andy, though, Mr. Undefeated last week, picked the Dallas Cowboys. So maybe he knows a little something. Maybe he smells the upset. He nailed it last week. He went 16-0, so maybe he's right. But he went with the Cowboys. Jared and I went with the Bengals in Week 14 Monday Night Football. And just in case you're wondering why so few games, there's a lot of teams on bye. This is the last week of bye weeks, and you got 6 teams with a bye week, including the Baltimore Ravens, the Denver Broncos, the Houston Texans, the Indianapolis Colts, the New England Patriots, and the Washington Commanders all have a bye week. So 6 teams on a bye week. If you're playing fantasy football, make sure you adjust your lineups because chances are you probably have somebody from one of those teams. But it should be some great games in Week 14 of the NFL season. So we hope you enjoy them, especially that Thursday game between Green Bay and Detroit. Should be an absolute showdown. So certainly sit back, relax, enjoy those games, and we hope you enjoyed our NFL picks. But right now, here are some of the latest Hopkinton Hiller happenings and some of the happenings throughout what was a tremendous fall season for your Hopkinton Hillers. You got to leave it all on the field here today.
That's right. It's kind of a bittersweet day for for the whole team, but especially the seniors. The season's over. The seniors probably could never play football again, unfortunately for them. So they really want to leave it all out there, and especially for this Hillers team where they lost so badly last year. I think they really want to go out of their careers on a high note.
And you see Jacob Deslitz leading the Hillers through that banner. And they are pumped up and ready to go. And I think this is a game where obviously it's a little rainy, so perhaps you'll have more of the running game, and you're going to open up the bag of tricks today, and you're going to pull everything you can out of the playbook.
Oh, every play they've practiced all year, they're going to have ready to go for today.
He's set to kick it away. That is Nolan Soderberg, or that's number 12 rather. Ollie LaRue, I think, for the Clockers.
Yeah, short squib kind of kick, picked up by an up man and brought it up to about the 47 or 48 yard line of the Hillers. So they're going to start in really good field position.
Back to his left, play action. He's going to take it up the middle, fighting his way across midfield over to the Ashland 47, and a nice run to start for the Hopkinton Hillers.
He's going to be close to a first down there. It's going to depend on the spot.
And it's going to be Buentello again. Right up the middle he goes, cutting to the near side. Across the 30, brought out of bounds at around the 29. Temperature out there is 41 degrees, and it is a little bit rainy, so that service is going to be a little bit slippery. He's going to hand it off this time. Here goes Pedroli cutting up the far side, and Pedroli finding a little room. Is Aaron Butkus. And he's going to take the snap, hands it off to Nick Pedroli, and Pedroli fighting his way up the far side.
Yeah, he's inside the 5. He's close to the goal line there.
We'll move over to the left side.
Ooh,
and he's going to take the snap, high snap, pulls it down, up the middle, and did he get in?
Yes, touchdown.
It looks like he did. Touchdown, Hillers!
First drive so far, pending the extra point for one more.
How about that? Josh
Ooh,
Quintello,
bad snap.
3-yard touchdown. Bad snap. He's going to take it. Rolls to his right, throws upfield, incomplete. Slowly but surely worked their way upfield. Flexbone once again, and this time he's going to go to the left slot back, fighting his way forward. There is a flag on the play as he's brought down at around the 26. Center is O'Brien. Flexbone once again. He'll pitch it to the up back, and fighting his way forward is the big man, Amaral, and he gets close to the 5.
Yeah, looks like they're going to put it right about on the 5.
Under center once again is O'Brien, and he will go to Ozalumba. Up the middle he goes, finds some room, and he is into the end zone for the Clockers' touchdown. The snap and the kick gets low and no good, so it will stay a 6-6 game. But a good response by the Clockers.
So both teams having trouble with the kicking game so far.
After the first quarter of play, it is the Hillers 6, the Clockers 6. This may be fourth down territory as well, considering how deep they are in Hiller territory. Up the middle, and it looks like they will certainly have enough here. A keeper by Devin O'Brien, and enough for the first down. Here they go again, trying to work the middle. And now taking it on the outside is O'Brien. He bounces off tackle, takes it outside and into the end zone for the Clockers touchdown. A 17-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, that was another. Looked like a quarterback sneak. 2 lines crashed. Everybody's there. The running back is in behind everything and just pops out, runs around where there was nobody left to play defense.
That O'Brien still had the ball, and he was able to bounce off tackle, take it outside, and put up 6, and now they're trying to put up a 2-point conversion. They will indeed. Ozalumba is into the end zone, and the Ashland Clockers now lead it 14-6. Better it is. Out of the gun, takes the snap. Up the middle, connects. It's Pedroli, and Pedroli fights his way to the 35. That's a Hiller first down. Takes the snap, and he's going to reverse it to Pedroli. Pedroli up the near side, has all kinds of room. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hillers. An 18-yard touchdown run for Nick Pedroli on the reverse.
Needed that.
They ate up about 7.5 minutes of clock. Quintello back to pass, under pressure, rolls to his right, and connects.
Got it.
Hauling it in, Evan Fitzpatrick, and we are knotted up at 14 apiece.
Wow, what a great answer for kind of a misplay before that gave the Clockers a touchdown, and the Hitlers come out and drive all the way down the field and score a touchdown and a 2-point conversion of their own to tie it.
Out of the Flexbone they go once again, and it is going to be a good run and a big run. Amaral up the far side, and he gets a huge chunk of yardage there. Second and goal from about the 2. 24 seconds left to go. They're trying up the middle, and he is still fighting his way forward. Did he get in? It looks like he did, and it's a touchdown for the Ashland Clockers. A 2-yard run for Devin O'Brien, and he has his second rushing touchdown of the Thanksgiving Day game.
Is he of the morning?
So they are attempting to. Neither team has had much success with the kicking game, so this might be the theme throughout the rest of the day. It's going to be a pitch to Amaral, and he is going to get in for the 2-point conversion. Well, we got another half of excitement coming up for you. We'll see what changes the Hillers are able to make defensively to be more effective at stopping this Clockers running game. It should be interesting. We got ourselves a good one here on the 100th Thanksgiving Day Classic, and we thank you all for watching at home. We hope you're enjoying this game as well as the broadcast, and we are going to step aside at the half. It's the Ashland Clockers 22, the Hopkinton Hillers 14. Folks, just want to inform everybody about what's happening at midfield right now. They have anyone who is in attendance at this game who has played in this historic Hopkinton and Ashland rivalry going out to midfield to take a group picture. So all alumni of Hopkinton or Ashland heading out there to midfield. They'll take a big group picture, and you'll be able to watch the festivities from the comfort of your own home and see some of the great alumni of this historic Hopkinton and Ashland rivalry. We are at the halftime break. Ashland leading 22-14. And there is your look at some of the alumni of this 101-year-old Thanksgiving Day rivalry of the Hopkinton Hillers and the Ashland Clockers.
Really another spread formation here with receivers spread wide left. Now motion back into a tighter formation.
And now O'Brien is at the left back, and Amaral going to hand it off to Ozalumba, and Ozalumba is going to take it close to the 15. That's going to be close to a first down. It hasn't been bad this year. They've made some big stops. And it's going to be a pitch this time. And unfortunately, they won't make a stop here, as getting in is Kayun Amaral, the senior. Gets the 2-yard touchdown. And that drive took a whole lot of time off the clock.
Yeah,
8 minutes and 33 seconds to be exact.
Right, they've had the ball the whole second half so far, right to the 3:29 mark.
The Clockers march 72 yards. And the result, a 2-yard touchdown by Kayun Amaral. And now they're going to attempt the 2-point conversion.
Double pitch.
And a double pitch here, and the Hiller defense will stop it. So the score will remain 28-14. Thanksgiving Day rivalry. Now they got, that is Nolan Soderberg, I believe, lined up as quarterback, run up the middle. And did he get into the end zone? Yes, he did. That is a touchdown flag after the play. I don't believe that will affect the touchdown.
Now that's going to be some unsportsmanlike penalties after the play.
Quintello out of the gun. It's a high snap. And he is just going to pick it up and try to run forward. He does find a little space, but brought down for a big loss. And that is how this game is going to end. There's going to be a player of the game trophy for each team. And they just handed Evan Fitzpatrick a trophy. So he is the Hiller player of the game. And he's been a fantastic player to watch. Been big in the passing game, huge on the defense. And
Quintello's getting a trophy as well.
Certainly well deserved there.
Quintello had a very good game today on the ground and through the air.
So Josh Quintello getting a trophy, and there's Kayun Amaral getting recognized for his tremendous game today.
Offense and defensive players. Fitzpatrick, I think, with the defensive player of the game for the Hillers.
And this looks like the MVP of the game, Kevin Ozalumba. He had a fantastic morning for the Clockers.
Yeah, an amazing second half.
And here's another well-deserved award to Nolan Soderberg. And this is being presented to, looks like the cheerleaders. Another trophy here, and we'll see who this goes to. And this looks like a defensive player of the game, Jacob Deslitz.
Here's the game trophy. Goes to Ashland.
Devin O'Brien has the game trophy, and there it is. The Ashland Clockers get the victory in the 100th Thanksgiving Day meeting with the Hopkinton Hillers, 34-14. Hopkinton still leads the series, but now it's 54-41-5, the record for the Hillers. Ashland capturing their 41st victory on Thanksgiving Day here today. A few Hopkinton Hillers signed letters of intent. Here's a look.
Mom, Dad, look at me, please. See, yes, perfect. Turn your head towards me a little bit. Towards me, this way. Yeah, not that far, right there. Perfect.
Hi, my name is Nina Zuganatos, and I'm going to Boston University for soccer. I'm Maddie Recupero, and I'm going to Princeton for soccer.
All right. Maddie, what made you choose Princeton?
It kind of had everything that I wanted with the school and the soccer, and I just love like the campus and the location and how like the town and the campus are like one, and it just feels like it will be like a home for me.
And what made you choose BU?
I chose BU because it, like Maddie said, had everything I wanted. It had the whole package and super close to home. Campus is super nice, and it just made me really excited for the next chapter in my life.
All right. And what was it like playing with each other here at Hopkinton?
It was a great experience. We've been friends for over 6 years now, and to play high school soccer together has just been so much fun and enjoyable. Yeah, she's my best friend, my favorite person, so playing with her has been really fun, and yeah, she's great.
How does it feel to hold the all-time goal record for a single season?
It feels good, I guess. Yeah, it feels good, but I mean, I wouldn't have done it without the help of my teammates and obviously Nina here because she assisted me a lot. So, yeah.
And you both had a tremendous amount of assists as well, so you helped each other in that way.
Yeah.
What was your favorite memory at Hopkinton High School soccer?
My favorite memory is when we won our Elite 8 game last year and being able to make it to the Final Four in the MIA Division I tournament. Yeah, I would say last year, the Sweet 16 game too, just because we scored in the last second. I scored the goal, but it was like fun overall just because like we all like went in for the biggest hug and it was just so exciting. And then winning the Elite 8 game to make it to Final Four was super fun.
All right, well, I'm sure you'll get a lot more goals in college. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hold on.
I'm Nick Pedroli. I'm playing baseball at Bentley University.
I'm Dylan Ruff. I'm playing baseball at St. Anselm College.
All right, and can you talk about what your experience was like playing ball here at Hopkinton High?
Yeah, it was an amazing experience. The culture here is amazing all around. The people here are amazing. The coaches are amazing. So 10 out of 10 experience, without a doubt.
Yeah, it was amazing. The coaching, my teammates, everything. It was just such a blessing to play.
And what was it like being teammates?
It's great to be teammates with Dylan. Fun all the time, and we got a lot of wins, which is good.
I played with Nick my entire career here, so I got to know him really well. He's been a great teammate, great player. It was awesome.
And what made you choose St. Anselm?
The location mainly. I like staying a little closer to home. The academics are great. The location's great, so it's a great school all around.
And what made you choose Bentley?
As well, the location, the team, the coaching, and the academics.
All right, what are you guys going to be studying over there?
I'll be studying business.
Yeah, same here, business.
All right, congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Maya Weil Megason, Bentley University, swim and dive.
All right, and what was your experience like at Hopkinton High School and the swim team?
Well, I've been competing for the varsity team for the past 3 years, and this year I am a co-captain for the varsity swim and dive team. And throughout my experience, I've had a great time with learning from my upperclassmen teammates who have really led the way in how I learned how to compete and think about the sport. And the way that the team is so supportive towards me and all my other teammates is really special, and it's just such a great environment.
All right. And do you have a favorite event you like competing in?
Yes, I love to swim any butterfly event, more specifically sprint butterfly, and I also love mid-distance freestyle with the 200 freestyle.
Terrific. And what attracted you to Bentley?
Well, I always knew that I wanted to stay in Massachusetts, and I wanted a school that wasn't too big but wasn't so small that there was just nothing going on. And Bentley just was the perfect fit for me in terms of what I wanted to study, where I wanted to be, and the overall environment.
All right. What are you going to be studying over there?
I am going in as corporate finance and accounting.
So my name's Nate Burns. I'm going to be going to Assumption University, and I'm going to be playing lacrosse there.
Excellent. And how did you enjoy your experience here at Hopkins and playing lacrosse?
I loved it. I loved the teammates, coaches, everything about it. It's a great culture.
And what attracted you to Assumption?
I really liked the location, the coaches, and when I went down to do my overnight there, just everybody there on the team and the coaches and the other commits, like everybody felt really welcoming, and like it was a great culture.
All right. And you got a favorite memory during your lacrosse days here at Hopkinton?
Yeah, I would say my favorite memory was beating Minnechaug first round of playoffs last year, because we haven't done that in a long time, so I think that was a good goal for us.
Terrific. And what are you going to be studying over at Assumption?
I intend on studying business.
All right. Well, congratulations, and we look forward to seeing you this spring.
Thank you.
This program is brought to you in part by TVLSports.net. You can view the standings, stories, pictures, highlights, and more about the 12 teams in the Tri-Valley League at TVLSports.net. TVLSports.net is an independent news and media website reporting on the TVL and is not associated with the MIAA, Tri-Valley League, or any town or school. On this edition of HCAM Sports Talk, we take a look at the Hiller Fall season that was and the latest happenings, including a couple of playoff games for the Hillers. Lots of Hiller teams in the playoffs, and let's show you the playoff situation for the Hillers as they have nearly every fall team in. Very impressive stuff by the Hillers. And here it is. Field hockey is the 13 seed in the Division II state tournament. Girls volleyball is the 4th seed in the Division II state tournament. Boys soccer also sneaking in. They are the 31 seed in the Division II state tournament. And girls soccer, the 7th seed in the Division I state tournament. And we this past weekend, we got a look at the Hiller field hockey and boys soccer team in playoff action. Field hockey playing a round of 32 game against Oliver Ames, and boys soccer playing a preliminary round game against Southeastern Regional. And here are the highlights from those very exciting games. Hopkinton Hillers varsity field hockey finished the regular season with 9 wins, 7 losses, and 2 ties, and captured the 13 seed in the Division II MIAA state tournament. In their round of 32 game, the Hillers welcomed in 20th seeded Oliver Ames Tigers. Oliver Ames came into the postseason matchup with a record of 10 wins, 6 losses, and 2 ties. In the first quarter, Oliver Ames got the pressure going. Maya Smith. There's a shot there, kicked away by Curtin. Oliver Ames coming with the pressure. And a traffic jam in front of the net. Ball still live, and it'll go Hiller's way. Sent in, top of the arc. And out in front, battle for it. And how about another penalty corner opportunity for Oliver Ames? Well, the Hillers, they got to hold strong here and try to get some momentum going. shot deflected away.
The game remained scoreless heading into the second quarter, but that would change just under 3 minutes in.
Top of the arc, and it's in! Ella Fowler nets one for the Hillers. What a great goal there off the penalty corner. 12:04 left to go in the second quarter, and the Hillers strike first.
Ella Fowler nets a goal, and the score remained a 1-0 Hiller lead heading into the third quarter.
Sent in. Top of the arc. And it's going Hillers' way. The defense holding strong once again.
Some good pressure from both sides in the third frame, but no scores by either team. The game remained 1-0 Hillers heading into the fourth quarter, but that would change.
Sent in. Adams gets it into the attack zone. There's a shot, and it's put in. Abby Burke making it 2-0. You can credit Zoe Adams with the assist.
Ella Fowler and Abby Burke net the goals for the Hillers as they take the shutout win over the Oliver Ames Tigers 2-0. The Hillers advance on to the round of 16 and will next travel to 4th-seeded Neshoba Regional High School. Congratulations to the Hillers on a terrific playoff win. Hopkinton Hillers boys varsity soccer finished the regular season 5-9-3 and earned the 31st seed in the MIAA Division II state tournament. The Hillers started their playoff run on Sunday, November 3rd, hosting 34th-seeded Southeastern Regional Vocational Tech in a preliminary round matchup, and it was a back-and-forth, tough physical game.
It's a good booming kick into the box. Looking for the shot, and it's just wide by JTS. Josh Tomasino Stewart. Mauschman looking to close in, sends it towards the net, and it is wrapped up by the keeper. Carvalho trying to work his way in along the end line, and a good save there by Silva.
With about 22.5 minutes left, the Hillers would take advantage of a corner kick opportunity.
Bounce, but the good news is Hillers draw another corner. Fonseca sends it in. And set in front of the net, and in it goes! Now, I'm not sure if it was a Hiller that knocked that in or if it was a defender. Set in, Wielding. Wielding to the net, and still live! Out in front, and it's put in! Goal, Hillers! Landon Fitzgibbon! At 11:08 left to go, Landon Fitzgibbon pops it in off the deflection. And the Hillers lead it 2-0.
A mishandle by the Southeastern goalkeeper and Landon Fitzgibbon propel the Hillers to a 2-0 lead heading into the second half.
The Hawks trying to find the opening here. Into the side of the box, Fernandez out in front, and that shot wide. Santos certainly one of them. Airs it out to the net, wrapped up by Silva. Nice save there. Into the box, out in front. Silva jumps up, pulls it down. And we got another yellow card coming out. And that is going to do it. The Hillers are going to take the win 2-0.
Great defense by the Hillers and tremendous goaltending by Owen Silva propels the Hillers onto the round of 32. The 31st seeded Hillers take the 2-0 victory over 34th seeded Southeastern Regional and move on to the round of 32, where they will travel to 2nd seeded Mansfield on Wednesday, November 6th at 5 p.m. Hopkinton now has 6 wins, 9 losses, and 3 ties on the season. The Hillers had a couple of big games in the final week of regular season play. On Monday, October 28th, Hiller Unified Basketball took on Holliston, and it was a great back-and-forth game. The Hillers led 65-54 at the half, and the two TVL rivals would continue to battle all throughout the second half. The Hillers get the win in a very close and hard-fought game, 82-72. Congratulations to both teams on a very well-played and entertaining game. On Tuesday, October 29th, Hiller Girls Soccer hosted Ashland. The Hillers got things going early and often. What you want to see out of the Hillers, keeping it in Ashland's zone, forming an attack, finding openings. Over to Recupero. Recupero driving in, puts that off a defender. Still alive in the box, to the net, and it's in! Goal Hillers! The Hillers get it in the attack zone, and it is Marin O'Connor who puts it in for Hopkinton. Clark sends it up. And bursting through Recupero, into the box, takes it, and in she goes! Goal Hillers! Maddie Recupero finds the opening, splits a pair of defenders, takes it into the box, and pops it right around Paige Tripp for the second goal of the game for the Hillers. Chow looking for the steal, sent up. Here come the Hillers, it's Colleran, over to Recupero. Recupero sends it to Nina. Nina TZ takes the shot, and that is in! Nina TZ brings the heat and powers it in from the top of the box. A 3-0 Hiller lead at 16:35 left to go in the first half. McCann gets it up the far side of Colleran. Recupero trying to get there. Recupero battling for it, takes it. Gotta work her way into the box. Nina TZ sneaking up. And there's a shot by Recupero! And she goes right side of the net! From the corner of the box to the corner of the net, Maddie Recupero with her second goal of the game. It was a 4-0 Hiller lead heading into the second half. Up to Colleran she goes. Colleran looking for
Maddie Recupero approaching, takes it, right in she goes! Well, when it's Maddie Recupero one-on-one with the keeper, chances are it's not going to go very well for the keeper. And Recupero has a hat trick. 3 goals for Maddie Recupero, who now is up to 25 goals on the season. That's something she hasn't been able to do in the last couple of games as much because of how many defenders they have put on her. And how about that? Another one.
Hopkinton adds 2 more goals and takes the 6-0 win in their final regular season game. Madison Recupero scores 3 more goals in the game and breaks the individual season record for goals. Maddie finishes the regular season with 25 goals total and breaks Georgie Clark's record of 22 goals in a season. Nina Zuganetos also pitched in with 2 goals and finishes her regular season with 8 goals overall. The Hillers complete regular season play with a record of 15 wins, 1 loss, and 2 ties, and will now move on to the Division I state tournament. Ashland finishes 9-9 and has qualified for the Division II state tournament. Madison Recupero of Hopkinton Hiller Girls Varsity Soccer is your Performer of the Month. Maddie netted 3 goals in the Hiller regular season finale versus Ashland and helped her team to a 6-0 victory and has now tallied 25 goals during the regular season, breaking her team's individual regular season goals record. Congratulations, Maddie, on a great Hiller Girls Varsity Soccer career. And now we give you a look at a brand new program airing on HCAM TVL Sportsnet. Be sure to check out TVL Sportsnet on HCAM as well as other TVL town stations near you. Hiller Girls Varsity Soccer finished the regular season with 15 wins, 1 loss, and 2 ties, and earned the 7th seed in the Division I state tournament bracket. In the round of 32, the 7th-seeded Hillers welcomed in 26th-seeded Shrewsbury Colonials. The Hillers got their offense going early and often.
For the Hillers. Over towards Recupero. Recupero charging in. Into the box, around the defender, takes it and makes it. Madison Recupero does it again and starts the Hillers off in style. A 1-0 Hiller lead at 34-19 left to go. That pass just got away from her a little bit. You see the Hillers, they're moving people all over the field, trying to create some confusion as Recupero goes up the sideline over to Colleran. Colleran trying to cut in. Along the end line, loose ball. O'Connor fighting for it. Takes the shot, and the Hillers have another one. The Hillers just finding ways to break free in the attack zone. And Marin O'Connor makes it 2-0 at 30-25 left to go. Recupero. Recupero looking to close in, sends it in front, and it's off the post and then put in! On the deflection, Anaga Kilcarney able to knock it in. Looking to sneak in there is Recupero, and she absolutely blasts another goal for the Hillers. Maddie Recupero just slipped right in the attack zone, and there was really no chance at stopping that shot. She absolutely blasted it into the right side of the net. And that will do it. The first half comes to an end, but the Hillers starting things off in style. Not one, not two, not three, but 4 goals in the first half. Ratzos. Moves it back to Nina. Chow gets a piece of it. Into the box. Recupero able to just nick it by the goaltender and into the net. How about another one for the Hillers? A hat trick for Maddie Recupero. As she scores at 20:08 left to go in the second half. Puts a nice 5 on the scoreboard for the Hillers. Corner opportunity for the Hillers. They continue to bring the pressure here in these final minutes. And did that go in? Yes, it did. Wow, off the corner. You don't see that every day. How about another one for the Hillers?
The Hillers take the 6-0 win over Shrewsbury and advance on to the round of 16, where they host 10th-seeded Newton North. Madison Recupero netted a hat trick in the win and now has 50 career goals and 28 goals this season. Congratulations on the 50-goal landmark, Maddie Recupero. Hopkinton Hiller girls volleyball finished regular season play with a record of 16-4 and clinched the 4 seed in the Division II state tournament. The Hillers started their playoff run on Monday, November 4th in the round of 32. The Hillers hosted 29th-seeded Scituate. Steve Sweetapple and Matt Clancy had the call.
There's too many unforced errors. Elsa. Evie. What a rocket. 21-16. Hillers 5-point lead here late in the first set. Floats one in. Grant handles that. Scanlon outside. No. Net. Off the net. Thompson couldn't get it over.
Nice.
There we go.
Serve, Gabby.
And Hopkinton takes the first set, 25-16.
What a great serve.
Yep, miscommunication there. Hopkinton very sloppy in the back tonight.
Yep.
Just not getting consistent serve-receive passes, and that's out.
Great eyes.
Hopkinton takes the second set, 25-15 for a 2-0 lead. Elsa. There's a good set and a great approach.
Wow.
Hillers 2 points away. Liv, Gabby, bump set outside. Elsa's going to roll it. Thompson, it's going
goodness,
over.
What a play by Thompson.
Gabby, outside Elsa. Good swing. That's it. Hopkinton takes the third set, 25-14 for a 3-0 sweep of the Scituate Sailors in the second round of the MIAA state tournament.
The Hillers take the 3-0 sweep and advance on to the round of 16. In the round of 16, the 4th-seeded 17-4 Hillers hosted 13th-seeded Dartmouth on Wednesday, November 6th. Matt Clancy had the call.
Sobron on a good serving run. Liv, Gabby, Evie in the middle, just pops it over. Nice job, Evie. Way to read that. The block is getting really aggressive from Dartmouth. Elsa, nice serve. Kyla Martin controls that one. Barber going up in the middle. Big block at the net there. And they're going to call into the net there. Another good serve that skims off Joaquin. Oh, and Barber tried to be sneaky and just dump that over, and she went right into the net. 24-19. We've hit set point. Elsa, nice serve. Coming back over. Take that, Evie. Nice job by the Hillers. Nice job by Evie to take that first ball. 25-19. Hopkinton takes set number 1. Lily McKinnon back to serve. Nice deep serve. Handled well, though. Adriana, great spot. Nobody was there on that wing. Cammie gets to that one. Gabby's going outside for Elsa. Big swing. Handled well by the back row. Ooh, kind of carried over almost there from Cordero. Dartmouth in system. Martin mishits it. Soap was there for the block to finish it. Great point for the Hillers. They take set number 2, 25-16. Just a floater. Leary controls it. Barber's going outside for McKinnon. Off the block. Good reflexes by Elsa. Gabby, nice job not going to the net. Big swing by Evie to put it away. 23-17. Gabby with the serve. Mishandled. Dartmouth trying to get this in play. Liv to Gabby. In the middle for Evie, who takes a big swing. Nothing they can do. Hopkinton takes it. 25-17. They advance to the round of 8, the quarterfinals.
The Hillers take the round of 16 sweep over Dartmouth and will next host TVL rival Westwood in the round of 8. Congratulations to Hiller field hockey, girls soccer, girls volleyball, and boys soccer on terrific playoff runs. Unfortunately, all 4 playoff runs came to an end this past week. Hiller field hockey got a very impressive win over 4th-seeded Neshoba in the round of 16, but went on to the round of 8 and fell to 5th-seeded Canton 6-1. Hiller girls soccer fell in the round of 16 at home to Newton North. Hiller girls volleyball would fall to Westwood at home in the round of 8. And Hiller boys soccer fell in the round of 32 against 2nd-seeded Mansfield 5-0. Congratulations to all 4 teams on tremendous playoff runs and tremendous seasons. In the playoffs, 82% of the TVL made the postseason for the Ashland Clockers. In field hockey, they finished 6-13-0 after a loss in the round of 32. And boys soccer finished 13-5-2 after a round of 16 loss in a game that went to penalty kicks. In the Division II girls soccer bracket, Ashland finished 9-10-0 after a preliminary round loss. And in girls volleyball, Ashland finishes 13-10 after a round of 8 loss versus Weston. For Bellingham in field hockey, they finished 6-14-1 after a loss in the round of 32. And boys soccer, they lost in the prelims. And girls soccer, they finished 6-14-1 after a loss in the round of 16. And congratulations to Bellingham girls volleyball. They will head to the Division IV state championship on November 16th. For the Dedham Marauders in field hockey, they finished 14-5-2 after a 2-1 overtime loss versus Medway. And boys soccer, they finished 15-4-1 after a round of 16 overtime loss. And in D3 girls soccer, they finished 6-12-2 after a 2-1 overtime loss in the round of 32.